He currently leads a company called Ense, which produces an app that allows users to easily share things they say and they hear. Iqram is also an accomplished musician. It is people like Iqram that made me proud to be a Penn engineer. Graduates, friends, and colleagues, please join me in welcoming Mr. Iqram Magdon-Ismail.
Thank you, Dean. I see my dad in the audience there. He wasn't able to make my first graduation, so he was a little ill. So he made it this time. And Mom, happy Mother's Day coming up soon. We wouldn't be here if not for our beautiful moms. And to all of you. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight over the ramparts we rode were so gallantly streaming. I'm American. And I'm a Muslim. And when I was at Penn, I was a member of the National Society of Black Engineers. And me and my freshman year roommate on this campus, we studied together, and 9 years later, we started Venmo. I immigrated with my mom when I was 13. When I was 18, in a small room, I got together with a group of people, and we sang the national anthem, and we all became citizens. And now, I can see how our country is misbehaving, and I'm asking all of you to fight for inclusion. Congratulations to the class of 2017. This is my graduation too. We're doing this one together. You have done something incredible. You have done something great. You crossed the finish line, but don't stop now. You're just getting started. Everybody join me in celebrating this incredible moment. When I first moved here, I was desperately trying to fit in. As you can imagine, it was a big change of scenery coming from Zimbabwe, Zambia, and Uganda to Fairfax County, Virginia. I would go to school, I would do my work, I would keep to myself. I was pretty much silent throughout the day. I really didn't have many friends. And after school, I would go to the park where they play pickup basketball, and I would watch people play. I would watch the kids play. I would stand next to the basketball court, watching for hours, thinking, you know, I want to get in that game. Someone let me play. I was tall enough. I may have looked a little different, but you know, I wanted to get in the game. And then someone changed my life when I was 13. A guy comes up to me next to the basketball court. I'm standing there, and he says, "Hey man, you want to play with us?" Immediately I said yes, and I got in the game. and I played. I missed a couple shots, and I missed a couple passes. I was nervous. This was my first basketball game in America. But I got in that game. I'll tell you what, that guy changed my life because he got me in the game. Without hearing words out of my mouth, he was able to understand how I was feeling, and he came up to me and he made the first move. He asked me to play. Cortina and I, we met right over there in good old Hill House, the cafeteria. Any Hill House members over here? Bet you love that cafeteria now. We're similar and we're very different too. We're like salt and pepper. Initially, we didn't say much to each other, but you know, every now and then, I'd be in my room, little tiny Hill House dorm room, and I had my guitar, acoustic guitar with a pick, and I'd be strumming it. And one day, Cortina came up to me and he said, "Hey, you play guitar. You think you could show me how to play?" And I said, "Yeah." I was a little scrawny at the time. I said, "Hey, you lift weights. You think you could show me how to do that?" And that's how Cortina and I got to know each other. We started playing together. Then we started sharing our knowledge. Then we started going to the bars. He would pick up my dinner, and I would pick up his drinks. And then 9 years go by, and we've started a couple companies, we've made a few apps, and Venmo happens to be one of the things we started working on. And it became a thing, and as a result, I get to tell this story to all of you. As a result of us playing together right on this campus down the street. Ask someone to play with you. Play with people. To me, Venmo is not a company, it's a friendship. And it stems from a long-lasting relationship built upon trust. A relationship between two people who got to know each other almost as kids playing and hanging out. What Cortina and I did every single day as we were working on Venmo is we continued to play. We enjoyed each other's time, and we were living life to the fullest. We really loved what we were doing. Not everything has a finish line. When we started Venmo, there was no end in sight. It's very different to how things work in a structured environment like Penn. You don't have mandatory meetings. You don't have a schedule. You don't have anyone telling you what to do. You don't have milestones. You don't have goals. You don't have grades. There are no judges. You're left to decide what comes next when you're doing your own thing. You show up because you want to. It can be hard at times, but the driving force behind doing your own thing is love and enjoying what you do. That's what kept us going, and that's what made Venmo special. Work with people you love. Love will lead the way. We all finish life, we all do. It's one of the equalizers. If you can find motivation from a realization that life is short, you will savor every moment, and everything you do will come from the heart. So follow what's in your heart. I promise, I really do. It will help you. So here's another story I want to share. That was about Venmo and how we got here. This story is about the time I assembled a couch from IKEA. Two household names, IKEA and Google. So I bought a couch at IKEA, and how I got the couch, how I chose it was kind of interesting. I'm walking around IKEA, and I haven't really done my research, and I see 50 couches that I have to choose from. They're sitting around on the display. And there was this lady, she was kind of like in real deep thought, looking at the couch. And I was like, okay, maybe I'll ask her what she thinks of the couch. And I say, hey, what do you think of that couch? And she goes, I've been thinking about this couch for 30 days. And I'm trying to decide whether or not I'm gonna buy it today. And I said, you know what? Thanks a lot. I'm gonna buy that couch. So I bought the couch, and I put it into my car. Someone helped me load it up into IKEA. At the IKEA. And now I'm driving this thing home. Now, how am I gonna get this thing upstairs? So, as I pull into the driveway of this, I was living in one of those nice doorman buildings. These two security guards in the bicycles. I was living at a college campus. The security guards with the yellow shirts, blue shorts, belt tucked in. They keep you safe. They help you get places late at night. They pulled up to me and they said, as I opened the door, "Hey man, you need some help with that couch? Carrying it up there? We'll do it for $20. I was like, "How did you know?" "Sure, do you take Venmo?" Back then, not many people used Venmo. But we made a deal. I said, "Sure, I'll give you $20 in cash." And now they lift this couch. This one guy, it's one person. This couch is bigger than my arm span. It's like, and he takes it, he puts it on his shoulder, and he walks through the lobby, puts it into the elevator, brings it upstairs, and now we're at my apartment, and he sets it down. And then he goes, "Hey man, you want help assembling the couch? We'll do it for an extra $20. And that's where I learned how to, marketing 101. You gotta reel them in. With Venmo, first you get the phone number, then you send them some money, then they sign up. So, I was like, obviously I'm not gonna sit here and figure this out by myself. So I said, yeah, sure, let's do this. And, I'm thinking also maybe I'll get some work done on my laptop. And they unwrap the couch, and now it turns into one of these situations. I'm sure we've all been there. You got 50 screws, different lengths, nuts and bolts lying everywhere on the ground, one Allen wrench. I don't even know, it's the first time you've seen a tool like that. And you're thinking, how am I gonna put this couch together? Where do I start? And you're not gonna open the manual, because IKEA's manual is all pictures anyway. But I could see them. They were saying, they're looking at this thing and they're like, moving parts around, and I'm thinking to myself, okay, this looks like it's going to be a day-long project. And I said, you know what? Maybe I'll go. Let me join the team. So for the first time in my life, I open up a manual, and I'm thinking, all right, maybe I can help you walk through this. And we made a fair trade. I said, I'll go step by step, and maybe we could get through this together. We'll divide and conquer. You assemble, and I'll walk through the manual. And then lo and behold, in 30 minutes, we got the couch installed. And, that was that. So I paid them $20. And as they were walking out the door, one of the guys looked at me, and we sort of made a connection. He looked at me, and he said, "You know what, man? If I had someone like you in high school, maybe I would have graduated." Now that hit me, that struck me, that hit me hard. I carry this memory with me everywhere I go. As I'm working with people and as I'm trying to find inspiration. When he said that, I stopped and I paused and I thought, wow, all I did was sit down for 10 minutes with someone, a stranger. And I could see how much he appreciated the help. We were buddies. And I was thinking, maybe if we all took the time to help someone, the world would be a better place. It wasn't my job to do that. And as you go on in life, it may not be your job to do something. But if you feel like you can help somebody and you have the time to do it, go out and help somebody. I'll say it again. Go out and help somebody. All right, this is it. So I'll leave you with this. Penn took a chance on you. America took a chance on me. Now, it's your turn to take a chance. Take a chance on yourself. Don't be afraid to do your own thing, and don't ever stray away from being yourself. I did a minor in theater at Penn, and this one class stood out. Well, two classes stood out. One, I have to say, Tom Castle back there, Professor Tom. I took his engineering entrepreneurship class, and I have to give him a shout out. I must say, it's kind of weird to be on a stage with the people that were grading you back then. And I was like, Mr. Castle, so what was up with that B+? Well, the second class that really stood out was Voice for the Actor. And in that class, we would roll around on the floor. Funny, right? We would throw shoes at the wall. We would laugh together, cheer. We would talk about our feelings when we were sad. We would scream, we would say whatever. It was just 8 people in this class. And the idea was to be comfortable being yourself around other people. Comfortable saying what's on your mind. It's important to be comfortable with yourself around other people because it will help you enjoy life's challenges. It was challenging hearing no over and over and over again when we were fundraising for Venmo. It was kind of fun. But we didn't change because we heard no. And we didn't give up. We were rehearsing for the big day. I used to laugh at those theater classes, but I look back now and I realize that we were being trained to accept and dismiss no. And we were being trained to accept criticism. And through all the successes, failures, no's, and yeses, the lesson I've learned is be yourself. Turn those no's into yeses and don't be embarrassed by how you feel or the things you do, even if it's uncomfortable. Be nice and include people along the way, and be yourself. That's all I have to say. Good luck to everybody. I'm truly honored to have shared this momentous occasion with all of you. I wish you all the very best in life. And remember, if you can, in all your endeavors, include someone. Include people. Thank you.